Hey guys, how's it going? And welcome back to episode number 12 of FIFA 20 Career Mode. And today we have two rather big games, with the first being in the Champions League against Hoffenheim. Hopefully we can come away from a win with that one, which would put us 8 points clear and therefore qualify us for the next round of the Champions League. But if we have a look through some of the other groups here, you can see Tottenham atop of their group ahead of Barcelona, and Atletico Madrid and Monaco are beating Dortmund and looking to relegate them to the Europa League. While Bayern atop of their group pretty comfortably, and Real Madrid as well have the lead in their group, and Juventus and Chelsea sit in the qualifying spots here in Group H ahead of Valencia and Young Boys. But without any further ado, we'll head into this next game against Hoffenheim. Hopefully, we'll be able to come away with the victory, the 3 points, which will see us through to the next round of the Champions League. It'll be fulfilling the board's objectives, I think, to reach the Europa League. No, to reach the knockout rounds. I do believe. So here we are in the match as the teams are walking out of the changing rooms ahead of the crowd here in Lyon. After beating Hoffenheim away from home, you'd expect that we'd have the firepower and ability to be able to beat them at home as well, but you never know. Hopefully, though, we can put in a good performance and come away with the 3 points today. Let's go. So that one is passed back inside to Dembele, but the first attack of the game will come for us. It's Depay on the ball. He finds Dembele, a little flick for René Adelaide, and it's played through for Traore, who touches it inside and slots the ball in the bottom corner, in off the post, I think. Either that or right next to the post in the side netting. A good finish from Traore, finding the back of the net and giving us an early 1-0 lead. I think it's just 11 minutes into the game. René Adelaide, a nice ball through. It's well weighted. Traore, a good touch inside, sets himself up for the shot, and he makes no mistake with the finish. Really well directed. Yeah, it's in off the post. Nice goal from Traore and an ideal start to the game for sure. That's his third, or maybe second. No, second. Second goal in the Champions League campaign so far. Let's hope he can keep up his good form. But now, another chance for us to come forward. Aouar slotting through Moussa Dembele, who turns, has a shot. It's well saved. The clearance eventually is got away by Hoffenheim. And now they're looking to get themselves back in the game towards the end of the half here. Some good feet from Belfodil. It's eventually won back, but then given away by Anderson. And Belfodil punishes us by smacking it into the back of the net. That was poor defense from me. Once I won the ball back here, I didn't clear it properly. Tried to pass it away. It was intercepted, and Ishak Belfodil makes it 1-1 just before half time. And now we'll need to score another goal if we want to pick up the 3 points, of course. But half time is soon to be upon us. We can't quite get through there. But could there be one last opportunity for Hoffenheim? Kramaric is played in. Will he cross? Yeah, he's still going, but that is a good tackle from Dubois, it must be said. He stops them in their tracks from making any further progression up the pitch. The corner comes in, it's headed away, and then again by Aouar, and the ref decides to blow for half time there. So, 1-1 at the break. I would say we've probably been the better team, although it has been quite even it must be said. However, their goal was only by a poor mistake from us. But here, it's Dembele holding up the ball and finding Aouar early on in this second half. Aouar beats this man. He's into the box. He stops and turns. Can he get the shot away? Yes, he can. It's a really good save by the goalkeeper. That would have been a lovely goal to score. I would think. Well, and I hope you would agree. But now Traore manages to get into the box. He crosses to the back stick, and waiting there is Memphis Depay to score and make it 2-1. Give us back the lead here in this Champions League affair. And Memphis Depay scores once again. He's been great so far this season. A good bit of dribbling from Traore, bursts past his man. It's not the greatest of crosses, but Depay adjusts his run well and fires the ball in. The keeper's not done too well there. He's let it squeeze underneath his body, but he really didn't have too much time to react, it must be said. But nonetheless, 2-1 at the break. And he's just given that away to Dembele here, who gets around his man. He's trying to get past Vogt. I'm not sure how you say that name. But Traore gives the ball away, looking to find Dembele again. But here's Aouar. As we look for a third goal, he turns nicely, finds Dembele, who manages to get round his man. But unfortunately, the shot is saved by the goalkeeper. That was some nice dribbling from Dembele. He made the chance for himself really nicely, but unfortunately he couldn't take it. But the cross comes in. Dembele's header isn't great. Danea tries an overhead kick, but unfortunately the goalkeeper was comfortably able to save it. But now we look to come forward again late in the game to try and seal all 3 points. Guiri passes it back to Traore. Traore has a shot. Oh, it's off the crossbar. And that would have been a really nice goal to wrap up all 3 points. But here come Hoffenheim on the counter-attack. Never mind, they don't get anywhere. And it looks like we're going to round out the game with a 2-1 victory as we head into injury time. And there is the final whistle, with Cornet not being able to make anything from the final possession. A 2-1 victory. The final score, Lyon get the 3 points, and that puts us through to the, the knockout stage of the Champions League. And Chelsea beat Juventus, which I must say I wasn't expecting that. Anyway, that is a good victory for us. Well done. I did think we played quite well, but we just gave away a couple of silly chances, namely the one that we conceded from. Didn't quite take all of our chances, though we were a bit unlucky with that shot hitting the crossbar. Nonetheless, here we're trying to sell Marcelo for 10 million euros. He is 32 years old, as you see there, and only going to get worse. So I wouldn't be against selling him. We try and get 8 million for him, and yes, we are able to get 8 million for Marcelo, and he looks like he might be on his way to Montpellier in the not too distant future. But next up is another big match, the second of the episode. This one is against Marseille, who are not having a great year. As you can see, they're not in the top 9, with PSG being the team in first. They are in fact sitting down in 13th position, which isn't great for them, but a win is necessary for us because it would take us back to the top of the league. A draw would not do, and a loss would be disappointing as well. So let's go and see if we can beat Marseille. It is away from home though, so it's definitely going to be a tough game. No doubt about that. But hopefully we'll still be able to come away with the victory nonetheless. Hopefully Depay and I suppose it's just Depay who's been on good form, and I guess Traore has been doing quite well. He got a goal and assist in the last game, but hopefully they can keep up their good form here today in the south of France, in Marseille. But in the first chance of the game will fall for us, with Mendes and Depay playing around with the ball nicely. Here's Aouar. He finds Depay again, who manages to find Dembele, who's taken down, and the referee points to the spot for a penalty. So we get the chance, 19 and a half minutes into the game, to take the lead from the spot. As you can see there, he gets none of the ball and then tries to kick the ball while Dembele's lying on the ground. But Depay will be the taker. He steps up, he finds the back of the net. The keeper almost managed to save it with his feet. Unfortunately, he wasn't quite able to make the save. And the fans in the Velodrome are left disappointed by Memphis Depay's second goal in 2 games. This one, it looks like he kind of took his foot out of the path of the ball there, which would not have been good goalkeeping at all. But here, Marseille looking to find themselves a goal at the end of this first half. It's Morgan Sanson who manages to find Strootman, and Strootman finds the back of the net in injury time to make it 1-1 and get Marseille back on level terms. Everyone just left Strootman alone there, and he takes a nice first touch, it must be said, to get himself a bit of space. And he makes no mistake with the finish either. And so we will probably be heading into the dressing room with the score level. But could we get one final opportunity to retake the lead in this first half? Traore has the throw-in. And he throws it to Dubois. And Dubois backheels it for Traore, but that was poor from me. He was offside. And I failed to notice that, and any chance we had of getting back in the lead before half-time is gone. But there is half-time. A decent half. It was disappointing to concede right next to half-time like that, but only the one shot for us, as you saw from the stats, in that first half. We'd be hoping to improve on that number here in the second. That's for sure. But it's Marseille who come looking for the first attack in this first half. And actually, it's 76th minute, and they almost went ahead through Kevin Strootman. And another poor bit of defensive play from me with Joachim Andersen. But with us entering stoppage time here, is there going to be another chance for us to steal all 3 points? Depay is on the ball, but it's a poor pass from him. And as it's passed back by the Marseille midfielder, the referee blows for full time, a 1-1 draw, no change from the score at half time. A pretty boring second half. In the end, we only had 3 shots in that game, which is pretty average, to be honest. And deservedly, in the end, only come away with the draw. We could have lost it. Our only decent opportunity was from the penalty spot. But that still means that we are no longer top of the table. PSG hold a 1-point advantage over us now. Lille sit just 3 points behind us as well, as we're looking over our shoulder a bit worryingly towards Lille. And Monaco not too far behind us in 4th as well. But that will bring to an end today's episode. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please do drop a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.